and helpful learning strategies for your students in our great district. I'm so excited to share the Lake Worth ISD AVID program with you and your family tonight. And I'm hopeful that you will find this information helpful as you plan and make decisions as a family for your students' future academic success. AVID is a student-focused program that has been in public schools since the 1980s. The AVID vision is to close the achievement gap by preparing all students for college readiness and success in a global society. Notice that I said preparing all students. That includes your student. The AVID program is in alignment with the vision statement, mission statement, and core beliefs of Lake Worth ISD. The Lake Worth ISD vision statement is that we are a learning community that fosters thinkers, contributors, competitors, and leaders. And the LWISD vision statement is that we are a learning community that will engage, challenge, and empower every student every day. Our core beliefs are that every student has worth, is capable of learning, and can achieve high standards. Education and communication are the shared responsibility of the student, school, home, and community. In inspiring each other and holding one another accountable in a safe, supportive, and collaborative environment. All members of the school community are lifelong learners. And last, in the power of effective instruction using sound research, data, and fidelity of practice. Lake Worth ISD supports the AVID program because it is designed to provide skills needed to improve language proficiency and academic achievement for students at all levels of learning. Lake Worth ISD is committed to providing as many opportunities as possible for our students to become college ready throughout their educational experiences here in Lake Worth ISD. We've been offering AVID to our students for 2 years at both Lucille Collins Middle School and Lake Worth High School. And we also have plans to begin implementing strategies in all of our schools very soon. This year, we have 9 seniors that will be graduating with 2 years of AVID training. Those students have been working hard to make their college dreams come true. And while AVID's central focus is on providing consistent academic support to students while enrolled in a rigorous course of study, it also serves important social purposes that embed the program within the broader school community. AVID skills are being implemented school-wide on both the Lucille Collins and Lake Worth High School campuses by our many AVID trained teachers. And today, I would like to share more about the program with you and how it is designed to help your student be successful in school today, and about how the success will help your student become college ready in the future. This is a free program for all of our Lake Worth ISD students that meet the criteria set by AVID in our district. So let's get started by looking at what is AVID. AVID means advancement via individual determination. And it's a college readiness system that is offered in 6th through 12th grades to support students in succeeding in rigorous courses that will ensure eventual college success. Notice that AVID helps those students that have individual determination, which means your students have to have the desire and determination to succeed. Individual determination is an important ingredient. When a student is determined, the AVID strategies will help and enhance your student on their academic journey to success. AVID is about college readiness. College readiness means that no matter what post-secondary path your student chooses, they must develop certain essential skills to design their own futures. Those skills include critical thinking, collaboration, reading, writing, and relationship building. The development of those skills is rooted in belief in and of self. The students believe in themselves and believe that they are capable, then they will have the confidence to actually make it happen. Sadly, a lot of colleges today are finding that our students are not prepared for the rigorous academic load that is required when taking college classes. In fact, 68% of freshman students take developmental classes their first year of college. And this is going to be even more of a factor with the challenge that we've had in education during this time of COVID. According to the most recent statistics by the Community College Research Center, many recent high school graduates who enter community college are required to take remedial or developmental education courses before enrolling in college level courses. And those developmental courses essentially reteach what they should have learned in high school and junior high, which is grade level content in reading, writing, and math. And in some of those cases, students are referred to even 2 or 3 courses in developmental education in a single subject area. And the annual cost of providing remediation to all college students nationwide has been estimated at approximately $7 billion. So with AVID class preparation, your student will be ready for college their first semester and will be saving money by not having to take developmental classes. So when we're looking at the AVID student college success, the results are that AVID students are 4 times more likely to graduate from college. And this is great news in a world where a 2-year or 4-year college degree is required in order to get a high-paying job. And this really helps families today. More results are celebrated in that 93% of AVID students complete 4-year college entrance requirements while in high school. So many of our students don't know even where to begin when registering for college, but our AVID students work on registering for college and meeting all of the requirements while they are in high school. Other results show that 85% of AVID students take at least one rigorous or honors course while in high school. And this helps their high school GPA. That gives students the experience of taking an academically elevated class. And then the benefits of AVID are that AVID increases the opportunity to enroll and succeed in honors and AP level coursework in high school. And AVID provides strategies to help raise test performances in classes and for the STAR, the PSAT, ACT, SAT, and even the TSI. AVID helps our students become organized with their schoolwork, meaning that their backpacks are not going to be such a mess and they'll be able to find their notes and their homework. Our AVID students gain note-taking skills. In AVID, we use the Cornell notes, which I'm going to share with you in just a few slides. And then lastly, AVID provides free tutoring during AVID class time. This is very individualized to help your student in the areas that they most need it for their academic success. So what does an AVID student look like? The AVID student is academically in the middle. They're not a straight A student, or they're not a straight B student, or even a D student. An AVID student really is a student that makes average grades. The AVID student has good attendance and good school behavior, meaning they're not getting into trouble all the time and they're coming to school on a daily basis. The AVID student wants to attend college. An AVID student has the goal to one day attend college, and our AVID classes will help your student achieve that goal of attending college. The AVID student enrolls in challenging classes. AVID students try challenging classes like honors classes and AP classes. The AVID student maintains at least a C average. You don't have to be an A student. I think that's the biggest misconception of AVID. We really want to help your students grow to be the best that they can be. So we're looking for those students that are in the middle. The AVID student takes notes and maintains an organized binder. Taking notes and keeping an organized binder are the skills we teach in our AVID class and program, and they transfer into all other classes that your students take. And so when they're doing note taking and putting together a binder and learning all those skills in AVID classes, we're teaching them to use those in all the other classes that they're taking in middle school and high school, and then beyond, taking it into college. The AVID student participates in weekly tutorials during class time, and this is actually part of their class time. So it's not something that the students have to go somewhere. And we have college tutors that come to our campuses that we actually pay them to come and work with our students. All right, so what does an AVID class look like? Well, first of all, we're going to look at what it looks like and then what a weekly schedule entails. So on both the middle school and the high school campuses, we provide AVID elective classes that your student can choose to take. And I know right now our students are doing schedules. And even if your student has already selected their schedule for next year and they want to change it, they certainly can do that. We just need to let their counselors know. But this class is a full year class and they receive an elective credit for that class. The AVID class focuses on writing inquiry, which teaches questioning skills, collaboration, which is the students collaborate with their peers, teachers, tutors, and even administrators. And then lastly, it concentrates on reading, which I think we can all agree that our students are not doing enough reading today. Well, not just our students, but all of us. It's kind of hard to find some time, but we really try to focus on that in our AVID class. The structure of the class sets aside a portion of the time weekly for college exploration, and that goes throughout the school year as well. So students will go on field trips to visit colleges, and they'll also have the opportunity to participate in virtual college visits, and in-person college representatives will come and speak to our AVID classes, and there are opportunities for us to do other enrichment activities. AVID elective students are also able to transfer their study skills learned in class to all their other classes, and those skills learned will help them be successful in all aspects of their learning. So this example schedule that they go through will include the AVID curriculum, tutorials, and motivational activities. So the AVID curriculum includes student strategies for success. It includes college and career exploration. We have a writing curriculum that helps to improve student writings across all content areas. There's oral language and public speaking, note-taking practices, such as the Cornell note-taking that I talked about, which Cornell note-taking is a strategy where you take notes in a 2-column format with a summary. And it's a practice that a lot of our colleges want their students to use. So what your student learns in middle school and high school is going to transfer into their college classes as well. The curriculum also has a lot of test preparation and research techniques. Then the AVID tutorials, which the curriculum takes place 2 days a week. Normally that's Monday and Wednesday, and then the tutorials take place on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or it could be vice versa. You could do your tutorials first. But the tutorials include like collaborative book studies, and then the students group to meet their learning needs. And we may have some students that are working on the same thing, so we want to group them together. It is a tutor facilitated time. So the tutor comes in and actually works with those groups and individuals. There's a lot of problem solving that goes on during that time. And then they learn questioning skills to where they know how to inquire when they are actually working through their work in all of their classes. There's also note taking that goes on. And then they have reflection and evaluation time, which is very important to kind of assess your own learning and your own comprehension. Then our AVID curriculum and AVID tutorials provide important 21st century skills for training your student. AVID creates a classroom environment where kids are encouraged to take learning seriously, and secondly, to see themselves as scholars. AVID also creates an environment for peer support, and for our students, that's a big part of their life. They're very social, and friends are important, and so we want them connecting with the peers in their class, and so they can support each other. If you can create an intellectual environment and peer support, it can have a long-term effect, says Gira. All right. And then to complete the week, we have motivational activities, which normally happen on Fridays. And so what happens here is that we bring in guest speakers that will speak on issues that your students are interested in. Also, it's a time where we provide field experiences, such as field trips to college campuses and other learning facilities, including museums and special events. AVID has other engagement strategies that we implement in our classes that include philosophical chairs, journaling, and also Socratic seminars. So that's a look at the AVID elective class, and what that weekly schedule looks like on both the middle school and the high school campuses. All right, so let's talk about the learning strategies for AVID. So the strategies are broken down into writing to learn, reading to learn, and then we have WICR, which kind of wraps everything together. It's a great acronym that we can always refer to in all of our classes. And then it looks at Cornell note-taking, which are the 2-column notes that I shared with you. So let's talk about writing to learn real fast. Writing to learn fosters critical thinking, requiring analysis, application, and other higher level thinking skills. It's a type of writing that uses impromptu, short, or informal writing tasks that are designed by the teacher and included throughout the lesson to help students think through key concepts and ideas, which teaching our students to think is a big part of our students being successful. Attention is focused on ideas rather than the correctness of style, grammar, or spelling, and it's less structured than disciplinary writing. This approach frequently uses journals, logs, micro themes, responses to written or oral questions, summaries. There's a lot of free writing that goes on, notes, and other writing assignments that align to learning ideas and concepts where your students are. The next strategy is reading to learn. And so AVID's reading to learn includes critical reading strategies that include pre-reading, which pre-reading is where students are skimming the text to find key ideas, looking at headings, study topics, and conclusions. So that's part of just the pre-reading. And then we want our students to interact with their reading. And this is where students learn to be responsible for their comprehension when reading by asking questions as they're reading, such as, why is this information important? How does the information in this table support the author's statements about, just say, like equality? Even questions about vocabulary or author's choice, such as, this looks like an important word, or let's see if the context shows what it means. Why does the author want you to know this? And then even other questions such that help students dig deeper by thinking aloud about text. Like, I don't understand this point. The author seems to be contradicting himself or herself, and let's kind of figure it out. So those are kind of, that's the process that students go through when they're looking at interacting with text. And then the last strategy of reading to learn would be extending and thinking beyond the text. So when you're extending and thinking beyond the text, this is a reading engagement and comprehension strategy that involves students in actively reading, inferring, synthesizing information, and making connections. And we want our students to make connections with whatever text they're reading. You want them to be able to connect to their lives and what's going on in the world. And then that makes that text even more important to them. So that's the reading to learn strategy. And then we have the WICR strategies, which is exclusive to AVID, but we use it because that's just a good practice in all of our classrooms. And so WICR, the W in WICR stands for writing, and writing's a learning tool. It's a record of your thinking, and AVID writing strategies include Cornell notes, learning logs, process writing, quick writes and reflections, and peer evaluation. Then the I in WICR stands for inquiry. And inquiry is uncovering one's own thinking, and it's asking critical questions and engaging in thinking, learning, and discussion. And that, again, that is so valuable for our students today, for them to question while they're learning. The C in WICR is for collaboration, and collaboration is teamwork with shared responsibility. It's a sharing of ideas, information, and opinions during academic discussion. Again, this is really important. We've come out of this COVID time where a lot of times our students are on their computers. And so we want to encourage them to be talking to each other, talking to their peers, and learning and teaching each other. So the collaboration in WICR is real important for your student today. The O is for organization, and organization is managing materials and practicing methodical study habits. It's planning and prioritizing schoolwork, being mentally prepared to learn and set goals. And it goes back to that time where I shared that they're organizing their stuff so their backpack's not going to be so messy, because your students are going to learn skills that are going to help them organize their schoolwork, and they're going to not just do it in AVID class, but all their classes. So that was the O in Wicker. And then last but not least is the R of Wicker, which stands for reading. And reading is strategically gaining meaning, understanding, and knowledge from print and other media. We know that our students are reading all the time. They're reading on their phones. They're reading when they're in the car. So we want them to recognize that they're reading, and we want them to be learning from that, whether it's in the classroom or outside of the classroom. And then lastly, on the learning strategies is the Cornell note-taking, which is a method of note-taking that includes organizing information by using a heading, essential questions, other questions, notes, and summary. And just a little quote here that I wanted to share with you, that 96.4% of AVID students are recommended for college prep courses in high school. And I think that's a fantastic statistic. And that's what we're working for with our students in our AVID program. All right. So let me just share, I know we're kind of wrapping up on a time schedule here, but AVID creates opportunities for students to gain a deeper meaning and a deeper understanding of the ways in which their schools function. It helps our students to develop strong relationships with their AVID classmates and to become more involved in extracurricular activities, interact with individuals from just a variety of professional fields, and learn specifics about the college application process, financial aid, and enrollment processes. Additionally, schools with successful AVID models work hard to foster a strong sense of community by not only providing consistent opportunities for students to interact and connect with their guidance counselors, career specialists, and other relevant school staff, but also by reaching out to AVID families to encourage them to become actively involved in supporting the program's mission. It really takes all of us to help our students be successful. So then, just to kind of recap from our time tonight, let's look at how AVID is. It's really designed to help your student improve language proficiency and academic achievement. The AVID curriculum is a college readiness system that is an elective during the school day. The curriculum is based on writing, critical thinking, reading, inquiry, and collaborative learning strategies. And there are three main components of the AVID program, and that's academic instruction, tutorial support, and college readiness. And remember, that is all in a week's worth in the AVID class. You've got 2 days of curriculum, you've got 2 days of tutoring, and then you've got that 1 day of academic enrichment time. So AVID is offered in grades 6 through 12 in Lake Worth ISD, at Lake Worth Lucille Collins Middle School and Lake Worth High School. The mission of AVID is to close the achievement gap by preparing all students for college readiness and success in a global society, which supports the Lake Worth ISD beliefs that every student has worth, and every student is capable of learning, and every student can achieve high standards. AVID is for all students, but AVID targets those students in the academic middle, and it's designed to help students realize their full potential academically and to become educated and responsible participants and leaders in society. What AVID is not a remedial program. It's not a free ride, and it's not a school within a school, and it's not a quick fix. Our AVID students work hard to achieve their goals and to be successful in school. If you'd like to get more information about how to get your student involved in Lake Worth ISD's AVID program, you can scan the QR code, and I'll get that information to you as soon as possible. Or we also have a page on the Lake Worth ISD website at www.lwisd.org/AVID. And this gives you more information and links you to a questionnaire that you can also leave a message for me, or you can leave a message with your student school counselor or school office, and that will get to me as well. So I'd like to leave you with these thoughts. Although AVID is a school-based program that draws on the support and involvement of school personnel and students, family involvement is a primary goal. One person that attends college in a family has the potential to change the destiny of an entire family. And that's what happened to me and my family. I'm a first generation high school graduate and a first generation college graduate. And the skills I learned in school changed my whole family's way of life. The AVID curriculum exposes students, many of whom will likely be the first in their family to attend college, to the types of experiences, knowledge, and language useful for navigating complex school policies and procedures and learning how schools function on a daily basis. And to help accomplish this, students are taught to self advocate. They're encouraged to take responsibility for their education and exposed to various strategies for effectively collaborating and interacting with teachers, administrators, counselors, and other school personnel. As a mom myself, I appreciate that the AVID program helps my students learn to take responsibility for their education and to advocate for themselves in a world that can sometimes be hard to navigate. So thank you for joining me today. I have loved sharing the Lake Worth AVID program with you, and I'm hopeful that you're able to see how your student can become empowered in the education world and how your family can benefit by becoming engaged and involved with AVID in your child's school, how your family can benefit from the skills that your student will learn in the AVID program. Your student will learn important skills needed to foster success in their academic life, and you, as parents, will become part of the success story as you encourage your student while you work together to reach their educational goals. Thank you so very much for joining me. I'm not sure if I can, let me stop sharing here and see if I can. If anybody has any questions, let's see here. Oh, you're very welcome. I think we have a couple of minutes, and if anybody has any questions. Thank you, Miss Fair. All right. Well, I just want to encourage you guys to go back to the main SUBE link so that you can be in a drawing. I think we were having a drawing there, and just kind of do some housekeeping and wrap up for the night. And then I want to encourage you to look for the upcoming schedules, because we have 3 more nights of our SUBE event, and we want to encourage you to attend. So have an awesome evening. Stay dry, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.